Have you ever faced a moment so heartbreaking, so final, that it felt like all hope was lost? Today, we're diving into a powerful story from the Bible about a woman who refused to accept the unacceptable, a prophet who stepped in with faith, and a miracle that defied death itself. This is the incredible story of the Shunammite woman and her son. Our story begins in a town called Shunem. There lived a wealthy and generous woman who often hosted the prophet Elisha as he traveled. Seeing he was a man of God, she and her husband built a small room for him on their roof, a quiet place for him to rest. Elisha was so grateful for her kindness that he wanted to do something for her. He asked her, "What can I do for you?" But she was content, saying she had everything she needed. Elisha's servant, Gehazi, noticed something. He told Elisha, "She has no son, and her husband is old." So Elisha called for her and made a stunning promise. "About this time next year, you will hold a son in your arms." The woman could hardly believe it. It seemed too good to be true after so many years of waiting. But just as Elisha had prophesied, a year later, she gave birth to a baby boy. Her heart was overflowing with joy. This son was her miracle, the fulfillment of a long-held dream. The boy grew, and one day, while he was out in the fields with his father, tragedy struck. He suddenly cried out, "My head, my head!" The pain was intense. His father had a servant carry him back to his mother. She held him on her lap, trying to comfort him, but by noon, the boy had passed away. Can you imagine her devastation? The miracle child, the gift she never thought she'd have, was gone. But here's where the story takes an extraordinary turn. Instead of collapsing in grief, this woman acted with incredible faith and determination. She didn't wail or tell her husband the boy was dead. Instead, she carried her son up to Elisha's room and laid him on the prophet's bed. She then told her husband, "Please send me one of the servants and a donkey, so I can go to the man of God and come back." Her husband was confused. "Why go today? It's not a special festival." She simply replied, "It will be all right." Her faith was unshakable. She was on a mission. She rode as fast as she could to Mount Carmel, where Elisha was. When Elisha saw her in the distance, he sent Gehazi to meet her, asking, "Is everything all right with you, your husband, and your son?" She answered Gehazi with the same confident reply, "Everything is all right." She didn't stop until she reached Elisha himself. She fell at his feet, overcome with emotion. Gehazi tried to push her away, but Elisha said, "Leave her alone. Her soul is in deep distress, and the Lord has hidden it from me." The woman then cried out, "Did I ask you for a son, my Lord? Didn't I tell you, don't raise my hopes?" Elisha immediately understood. He gave his staff to Gehazi and said, "Go at once. If you meet anyone, do not greet them. And if anyone greets you, do not answer. Lay my staff on the boy's face." But the boy's mother was not satisfied. She said, "As surely as the Lord lives and as you live, I will not leave you." So Elisha got up and went with her. Gehazi ran ahead and placed the staff on the boy, but nothing happened. There was no sound, no response. He returned to Elisha and said, "The boy has not awakened." When Elisha arrived at the house, he went into the room alone and saw the boy lying dead on his bed. He shut the door behind him and prayed to the Lord. Then, he got on the bed and lay on top of the boy, mouth to mouth, eyes to eyes, hands to hands. As he stretched himself out on him, the boy's body began to grow warm. Elisha got up, walked around the room, and then stretched himself out on the boy once more. This time, the boy sneezed 7 times and opened his eyes. He was alive. Elisha called for the Shunammite woman. When she came in, he said, "Pick up your son." She fell at his feet, overwhelmed with gratitude and awe. Then she took her son and went out. A situation that seemed utterly hopeless was completely reversed. Her faith, her refusal to give up, and God's power working through Elisha brought her son back from the dead. This story is a powerful reminder that even in our darkest moments, when it seems like all is lost, there is still hope. It challenges us to have a faith that acts, a faith that pursues God even when the circumstances scream it's over. Sometimes, a miracle is on the other side of our persistence. Thank you so much for watching. If this story moved you, Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content that explores the depths of faith. We'll see you in the next one.